Welcome to our subject, Comparative Economic Planning, where we will be tackling about the linear stages theory and structural functionalism theory. But before anything else, we will be introducing our team. This is our team members, Aton Kirby, Puerto Janli, and Wednesday Ramos. Now let's dive in with our topic. Let's tackle first the linear stages theory. Building on historical pattern of 10 developed countries, Rostow 1960 claimed that the transition from the underdevelopment to development would pass through 5 stages. Number 1, the traditional society. Number 2, the preconditions for takeoff. Number 3, the takeoff. Number 4, the drive to maturity. And number 5, the age of high mass consumption. Now, let's dig deeper. This is what the linear stages theory look like. We have here first the traditional society, where limited technology, static society. Transition triggered by external influence, interest, or markets. And the next is the preconditions for takeoff. Commercial exploitation of agriculture and extractive industry. Installation of physical infrastructures such as roads, railways, and etc. And also the emergence of social, political elite. Next is the takeoff. Development of a manufacturing sector. Investment in manufacturing exceeds 10% of national income. Development of modern social, economic, and political institutions. And next is a drive to maturity. Development of wider industrial and commercial base. Exploitation of comparative advantages in international trade. And last is the high mass consumption. Key contributor and assumption. One of the first growth theories was that proposed by American economic historian Walt Rostow in early 1960s. As a vigorous advocate for free market capitalism, Rostow argued that economies must go through a number of developmental stages towards greater economic growth. Now, let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses of this theory. Let's tackle first the strengths. It shows the economic development in countries. It shows what stages the countries are in. It is still one of the most widely cited development countries. It is a primary example of the intersection of geography, economics, and politics. Now let's tackle the weaknesses. Many economists think that the model works only for Western countries. It also shows the economic growth of a country. It does not issue other developments in a wider context, only in economic. It has a strong bias towards a Western model of modernization. Now we're done with the strengths and weaknesses of the linear stages theory. We'll be tackling about the limitations. The theory assumes that a rigid linear progression through stages, which doesn't reflect the complex and often nonlinear realities of development. It underemphasizes the significant impact of external factors such as international trade, colonialism, and global power dynamics on a country's development trajectory. Here is a real-world example. In Singapore, industrialized early, developing manufacturing and high-tech industries, become a notable player in the global economy, has a higher per capita income than many European countries. In conclusion, the linear stages theory offers a basic framework for understanding development. Its limitations are significant. More nuanced theories that consider social, political, and international factors are now considered more relevant for understanding and addressing the complexities of development in the 21st century. Now that we're done with the linear stages theory, let's now move on to our next theory, and it would be the structural functionalism theory. Structural functionalism is a sociological theory that views society as a complex system with various parts, or structures, working together to maintain stability, order, and social equilibrium. Emerged during the 19th and early 20th centuries, influenced by the rapid societal changes brought about by industrialization and urbanization, rooted in desire to understand how societies maintain order amidst change and conflict. This is what the structural functionalism looked like. We have here the faith, ritual, economy, family, education, and stability. All of these are interdependent. Key contributor and assumption. Emile Durkheim emphasized the importance of social integration and collective conscience. Talcott Parsons developed a model of society as a system of interdependent parts. Robert K. Merton introduced the concepts of manifest and latent functions and dysfunctions. Society is a stable, orderly system made up of interrelated parts. Each structures, institution, norms, values has specific functions that contribute to society's stability. Social change is slow, occurs when necessary to restore balance. Now let's tackle about its strengths and weaknesses. Let's tackle first the strengths. Provides a comprehensive view of societal order and stability. It also highlights the importance of institutions in maintaining social cohesion. And also it is useful for understanding the interconnectedness of societal components. The weaknesses. Overemphasizes stability and downplays social change and conflict. It neglects the rule of individual agency and power dynamics. And it also criticized for being overly deterministic and conservative. Now that we're done tackling about the strengths and weaknesses of the structural functionalism theory, let's talk about its limitations. One of its limitations is that it fails to account for inequalities. Example, class, gender, race, and their effects on societal structures. It also struggles to explain rapid or revolutionary social changes. And it also justifies the status quo, ignoring the needs for reform or change in oppressive systems. Here is its real-world example. Education system. School serves to socialize children, transmit cultural values, and prepare individuals to societal rules. Family structure. Families provide emotional support, socialization, and reproduction to maintain societal continuity. Next is the healthcare system. Hospitals and clinics maintain public health, which is critical for functional workforce and stable society. In conclusion, structural functionalism offers valuable insights into how societies maintain stability and function cohesively. However, its limitations in addressing conflict, inequality, and rapid change mean it must be complemented by theories for a fuller understanding of social dynamics.